this Skype?
Yes, it's Skype.
Or is this a podcast like around the world?
I can't hear you. Speak up.
Ooh!
I didn't say make noises. Speak up, child.
He thinks that's me.
No, he knows it's you. Freaking Ela douche.
That's a nice...
You're not a nice face.
I wouldn't be talking.
How dare you?
You don't have a girlfriend.
Ouch!
Jesus.
Wow, Fozzie.
Straight for the heart.
What episode are we? 7? 7.
Are we? Wow.
Yeah,
12,
episode 7.
13?
13.
Yeah,
31. Welcome to episode 31 of the Perfectly Sane Show. I think we're episode 7. I think. So I am here with Jeff.
Yo.
Tony.
It's so much easier to record when you have electricity.
Well, you had electricity last week.
No, I didn't. Not at the time
Hey,
of the podcast.
1875 called.
You had the kind that was like coming down from the sky.
Right.
And
Last but not least.
yes, Fozzie over here.
No, mostly least.
Whoa, good one. Okay. Sorry.
Evidently Jeff is not feeling so good today, so
No, sir.
I have a stuffy nose too. Second week in a row.
Don't worry, the paramedics are on standby. We'll send them over.
If you hear me hit the floor, call 911.
So Jeff's been playing, I guess, the biggest game release of the week. So why don't you kick us off, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm playing Dead Rising 2. I love it. I'm a man divided now between Halo and Dead Rising 2. Like I can't handle both of them at once.
You're cheating on Halo. It's so bad.
Oh my god. It was like last night I was like doing an hour Halo, an hour Dead Rising, and I was up to like 4 in the morning. I had to be up at 8. It was like not so smart, but it's good. If you like Dead Rising, you're gonna like it. If you don't like Dead Rising, it's like very similar to the first one, so you won't like it.
How's the story?
The story is better than the first one. I don't remember the first one's story so much, but it was this one just has like a stronger like personal connection. Very easy to follow, very simple story, but I kind of like the like dynamic between the father and the daughter, the way he's taking care of her. And there's actually some like kind of sweet moments between them, which you could totally ruin by having him wear something ridiculous. Like these like serious moments that are happening, and he's like, I have him wearing like a dress and a girl's
I have a
hat.
clown hat on. Wait, so is it the same character from before or different?
It's a different guy.
Gotcha.
It's Chuck Green,
Ooh.
motocross champion.
I bet they spent hours thinking up that.
Yeah, what's up with these one-syllable type names? First you have Frank West, now you have Chuck Green. I mean, what's their like or like their freaking writing department? Monkeys or something?
Hey, Frank West has covered wars, you know. You better
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
yeah. Excuse me. He looks like the road warrior type. So.
They actually worked that line into the new one too about covering wars.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I'm covering wars before.
Now, this wasn't developed by the people who did the original, so
Yeah.
Does it plays the same way though?
Yeah, you wouldn't know. I mean, I think they're Blue Castle Games. I think this is the only game they've done, but you wouldn't know. It's very similar to the first one. Probably the only big like change is the survivors that you have to save are a lot smarter now. They follow you instead of getting stuck.
Well, that's nice.
But like overall, it's a very similar game. It still has a time limit. You're still juggling different things at once. You can still paint yourself into a corner by wasting too much time or going the wrong way. which I haven't though. I keep, and the bosses are still freaking hard as hell, man. It's just like basically dodging them and then running in, attacking real quick. But
the bosses in the first one, I always ended up like getting stuck fighting them with some shit ass weapon, because I got there, I would be out of ammunition for my gun or whatever, and it's like fight them with a road cone. Like it's not possible.
yeah, I could. Yeah, there's actually one in this one where like there's like a save point in a bathroom, and I'm walked into the bathroom to go and save, and there was a boss in there. I was like, oh, there goes an hour of progress. Like I had nothing on me. I only had like one thing of health, and I was dead. And I lost like an hour.
Oh no.
But I mean, that's the brutality of Dead Rising. Either love it or hate it.
And I hate it.
It's like most Capcom games. They always have that issue or two that's like, all right, I can't put up with this, and you end up throwing the game away.
Dude, what are you talking about? Mega Man Legends was ungodly good. Yeah, you know it is to be true.
A lot of things that people hate about Dead Rising, like I love the time limit. I love having the clock there. I don't know, I just think it adds to the setting. I like the goofy bosses, and I don't know, I just like everything about that game.
I mean, I don't know. There's probably not a reason for me not to like it, but I guess just maybe the way it was constructed. Maybe because I wasn't able to use the badass weapons enough, you know? Like I used to have the samurai sword, but you can only cut like 10 zombies with it and then it magically disappears. No, it shouldn't be like that. You should have the freaking sword and then it just keeps rocking out till it breaks like a normal sword would.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, some of the things that will break on you.
I mean,
it's really? That will break?
Yeah. I mean, then all you have is like, you know, bats around all over the place. I mean, I don't know. I like the premise of it, and it's a fun game. Like it's fun for like an hour every now and then, but I just couldn't get sucked into the story. It's kind of just like one of those games where you need something just to occupy your time for an hour. You're like, oh, okay, I'll pop this in. So I just don't know if it validates $60 or I can get a much better game, in my opinion.
You're wrong.
Oh, sorry. Hey, that's my
Stop
opinion.
lying.
Okay. God, I didn't say
Probably-
you're wrong about your opinion.
You're totally wrong.
Asshole.
But one of the things I don't actually like about it is the combo system with the new weapons that you can make.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool. There's an insane amount of shit you can make, but you kind of... The only one that's convenient to make, that's really easy to make all the time, that you're going to have access to, is the spiked bat. And that's kind of more powerful than everything else, so you're just making a bunch of spiked bats and running around with them all the time.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Like, there's evidently you can like make something with a vacuum cleaner and something else, but the spiked bat works just as well as like some of these other cool weapons that you can make. And it's like, why would I spend time doing the other thing when?
Yeah. The cool weapons they're cool, but they're not convenient. Like, you have to run around the whole map getting the two parts from them. And it's like, well, spiked bat works better than anything else. So
Yeah, I can kind of see where like it kind of has that same problem that Scribblenauts had, where if there was one weapon that was too godly, you just use it all the time.
yeah,
But I don't know. It's just maybe like there's some way where like maybe this sword wouldn't work on a boss like that type of way. But if I'm just slashing away at zombies, I like to have whatever weapon I damn please. You know. If I'm in a horror movie, I have a shotgun, then I'm going to have a shotgun, you know? It's not going to magically disintegrate. So, I don't know.
yeah. Like, that
I'm
was
probably too picky.
like a fun thing about the first one is you're just picking up whatever you find all over the place and using it. But here it's like, I don't want to use anything else. I want to use the spiked bat. So
Kind of takes away some of the fun.
yeah,
I
I would have rather had the photo system in place where you're taking pictures. I mean, that's kind of sorely missed, but
Yeah. That was kind of cool. Erotic plus 500.
yeah. But still, I mean, if you like the first one, definitely pick up Dead Rising 2. I'm loving it, man.
So, anything else you've been getting into, Jeff?
No, just Halo and Dead Rising. I'm trying to think if I've watched anything that is worth noting. I don't think so, really.
So let's talk a little bit more about Halo. 'Cause that's the only thing I've been playing this week.
Yay!
Yeah, it came out, what, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah,
I
think
put
so.
55 hours into that game.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You are a nerd alert.
Yeah, I haven't played pretty much anything else, and I don't really want to either.
What rank are you?
I'll be a captain by the end of this week. So
Nice.
yeah, which is like that's only 40% of the way through the progression system.
I mean,
Oh my
there's already people with like crazy amount of stuff and gear and whatnot. It's pretty nuts.
But yeah, I kind of noticed a couple things while playing. Well, one of them was the rankings, Fozzie. Like you mentioned it when we were playing during Tuesday Night Battlefield. You said you kind of wish they still had the skill type
Yeah.
ranking system
Exactly.
versus the investment ranking system. They kind of still do, though. It just happens to take place in the arena.
That is true. Yeah, I just recently played the arena.
Where you play 10 matches. They break up basically each month is a season, and you play enough matches, you get ranked in a division, and then at the end of the month, like you'll get ranked within your division. So yeah, I pretty much suck overall. I'm in like the tin division or something like that.
Hey, you get a gold star.
No, I get like a shit star.
Ew, scratch and sniff shit star.
Yeah, but it's amazing that people don't know about the arena, because I'm playing in the arena and people are going, "What's that star next to your name?" It's like, what are you even doing in this game mode if you don't know? So
Yeah, true that.
I think it does have that ranking system you were kind of looking for. And it also has ridiculous game modes like Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt, dude.
Duck
I
Hunt?
found the best Duck Hunt. Like, no joke. Like this one, if we would have played this last night, you guys would have had so much more fun.
If you had told us how to play, we might have had more fun.
Dude, I thought everyone played Duck Hunt before. That's my bad.
I still don't know what is Duck Hunt. I still have no idea.
Why don't you explain Duck Hunt, Tony?
I will explain if Tony will allow me. Basically, what happens is you are there's everyone's a duck besides one zombie guy, which is basically the sniper. The sniper is perched up in like this little like tower area, and you have to run across the screen and like dodge his bullets, and then try and get towards the end. So basically, if you get towards the end, you teleport to the sniper, and then you kill the sniper. Now, before I went online with the Bungie.net and I downloaded like 5 or 6 different Duck Hunt modes. But every single one that we played, besides the one that we should have played that we didn't last night, it pretty much sucked. Like, and no one knew how to play it first. It was funny as hell. Everyone's trying to shoot me. I'm the sniper. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be easy pickings. So I start just sniping people, and we were getting so pissed off.
And then you go, you're supposed to try and get to me. So I'm like, all right. So I start running across to you. You're an idiot and shoot me dead. I'm like, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah, no. That level was not good. But this new one that I found is 6 levels, dude. It's so much fun. Like, you guys, if we ever play again, we get a big group going. You guys are gonna have a blast. And then there's this game called Griffball, which is a lot of fun too. I think that.
I love Griffball.
Yeah,
Griffball's fantastic.
Yeah, so I got a couple of those Griffball levels too. So I don't know. Maybe we should do a Thursday night Battlefield. Who knows? But I'm actually going to try and get a few people to play some Halo later on tonight. So I mean, but of course you guys won't know about this, the readers. So I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But
because they're not gonna hear it till Friday.
Hey, this isn't live. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I mean, that's one of the good things about Halo is that the customization, the Forge world, and everything is just so fun. So I'm looking forward to playing some more of the custom games. But this time was just kind of a hit or miss, and most of them were miss. I didn't get to experience the Indy 500, but apparently it sucked big.
Yeah. Well, originally you had it set to like 3 laps, so it was over in 30 seconds.
Sure. Oh, this is good.
And then I set it to 20 laps, and I was like, "This is boring." So all you're doing is making left turns.
Yeah, basically. It wasn't too good. So
Jen just sat there in the middle the whole time shooting people as they're going around. Oh man.
Yeah, custom games quite fun in Halo. So, and speaking of Halo, we still haven't heard back from the Teabag boys about when they want to get together with us. So.
I think they're a little scared. I think they saw our skills and they kind of got a little intimidated.
Yeah, so I'm throwing down the gauntlet here. They better get their asses on, get themselves a 4th and challenge, like get on to so we can challenge them to this shit. So we're gonna kick your ass.
Next Tuesday night Battlefield with Teabag Radio.
Oh,
they should bring it,
dude! I say screw Bad Company. Let's just have another Halo night.
All right, we could work something out.
Maybe half Halo, half Battlefield. You know.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
The only other thing I tried to play was I got FIFA 11.
Nice. You bought it?
I did.
For the Xbox.
Yeah, for the 360.
Sweet.
There's some issues with their online pass. The download code that allows you to play online. Yeah, I put mine in, and it gives me some weird error message telling me to try and enter it again. And when I enter it again, it said it's already been used.
Oh, nice.
It's a brand new. I just opened the case up, and so I sent this into EA. I went to their customer support page and was like, "Hey, yeah, I paid $60 for this game, and I'm not giving you any more money to play this game online. I'll just return the fucking game, like, kiss my ass." And they were like, "Oh, we know there's a problem. Like, we've contacted Microsoft and we're trying to work out what's wrong." Like, but how? Like, if my code's been used, I'm not gonna be able to re-enter it. Like,
right.
So, yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But right now, I'm not very happy with EA and their stupid online pass. But
I think it was bound to happen, right? With these.
Yeah, certainly. Like, and I'm sure there's going to be issues with Medal of Honor because they're going to have the same sort of thing in there, and whatever else EA plans on releasing now. It's like I didn't have any issues with them doing this, but if they can't get it to work, I'm gonna have some. What was that?
Did you just get sucked into a freaking alien spaceship or something? I don't know what's that.
That wasn't me. But yeah. So that's that. Fozzie, what have you been playing?
Oh, what have I not been playing? Giggity. Actually, not too much. Halo. And let's see. I've been playing. Actually, I kind of went. I found a $20 Xbox gift card type thing, like the 1,600 Microsoft points in my car that I've been looking for months for that I thought I lost. So I was kind of all excited, and I've been kind of on a Mass Effect 2 fix. So I downloaded like almost all the DLC that I didn't download before. Yeah. So I got the Zaid DLC, I got the Kasumi, I got the Shadow Broker, and I just finished the Zaid one. He's actually a pretty cool character, but I'm looking forward to playing definitely the Kasumi and the Shadow Broker because I love Liara. I think she's awesome, so I can't wait to play with her again. No pun intended. Hey. Yeah, besides that, I really want to get FIFA, though, because a lot of my friends are huge soccer fans, so I know that Dal and C-Dot's got on the PS3, and they've been trying to get me to get it for that, but I say no bueno to that, so I'll probably get it for the Xbox 360 as well.
Cool. Tell me, what have you been up to?
Well, I moved this weekend, so I haven't played a whole lot of games. But I did get a chance to try the Enslaved demo, which was incredible.
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
It's good?
Oh, yeah, it's really good. The graphics are like Uncharted 2 quality.
Oh shit!
And the
Yeah, I played
platforming is really similar to Uncharted 2, actually.
Yeah, that's what I read that today on a blog post somewhere. That it plays
It was not
very much
mine,
like
but
Uncharted.
the way you move through the world and like move from object to object, really, really similar to Uncharted 2. The one thing that they did do that Uncharted 2 did not do is make the objects that you can move to stick out from the rest of the environment. Like, you look over and the part you can jump and grab is shiny.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
that, in my opinion, is a huge upgrade, because there were a lot of times in Uncharted 2 where I didn't know which way I was supposed to jump and would end up, like, jumping into the abyss.
Yeah, I hear that.
But here it's a lot more evident which direction you're supposed to go. All you had in the demo was the first level of the game, which is basically a tutorial level. So I didn't really get a good feel for the combat. You're armed with this staff type deal.
Okay.
That also serves as a shield. But I think there are also some like missile weapons and you can upgrade the staff and that kind of thing. But you didn't really get a good feel for that in the demo. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and it really hooked me in. So I'm excited to see the rest of the game. I don't know. I might have to buy it now. Because it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good. I played at E3 a couple times too, so definitely check it out.
Huh. That was completely off my radar. Is that like a completely like original property? Like it's not attached to anything, or
yeah, it's a new IP. It the developer is Namco Bandai. That's the
publisher, right? Yeah, it's a Ninja Theory is the developer.
Right.
They're the ones that did Heavenly Sword, I think, on the PS3.
Right. They did some other game too that I liked. I don't. Anyway, it's great. Try the demo. I mean, it is fun. So, give it a look.
I'll have to check it out.
But that's pretty much all I played. I mean, I played some Plants vs. Zombies. I can't get my. The Comcast man doesn't show up to hook up my internet till Sunday, so I'm offline. Right now, I'm stealing internet from the people who live upstairs.
Nice.
But the connection's not good enough to game on. I can podcast, but that's about it.
Well, alright, so why don't we jump into some news? Tony, you want to kick us off?
I guess the first news is disappointing to Sony lovers everywhere, which was Little Big Planet 2 was delayed.
Oh no!
The big Sony exclusive, well, I guess besides Gran Turismo, has been pushed out of the fall.
I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah, I have like 10 million other games to play anyway. So.
Yeah.
Delay.
I think I might actually buy it now. It would not have gotten purchased before.
So, I really liked the first one, but it kind of released in that holiday time frame. I don't think it sold as well as Sony had wanted, at least at launch. Like, I think over time it sold fairly well, but I think this might be a good move for it to move out of this holiday season, like matching up against Bad Company and not Bad Company, Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed and even Gran Turismo 5. Like, those are some big games, and matching up against it, I don't think it would do so hot.
But for like PS3 only owners, I guess, I don't know. It's like that was the biggest game, I think.
Yeah,
but
probably
even
worth a lot of money into the ad campaign too, to get it out there and coming this fall and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even some Sony people that I talked to are kind of excited because there is a lot of stuff still coming out for both consoles. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
it's still a good idea.
What does Microsoft have left as like exclusives just for them? Fable 3?
I think
not much.
Fable 3 might be the only one.
Yeah.
Fable.
So I mean, Sony still has the biggest exclusive game coming out, like with Gran Turismo 5. I mean, I guess you can make an argument that like some of the Nintendo shit is like going to be higher profile, but
Donkey Kong's gonna be huge.
That's what she said.
And Epic Mickey will probably do fairly well. So,
Oh yeah.
but between the PS3 and 360, like Gran Turismo 5 is it's the biggest. I think that's the biggest exclusive left on the plate. So,
Yeah.
Yep. I don't even like Gran Turismo, but I will agree with that because Fable sucks balls.
Oh no, Fable's not bad. It's not. The thing about Fable is
it's overhyped.
It's terrible.
It's Peter Annoying Man Molyneux.
yes.
Milo knew.
He is always promising so much in his games. There was Black and White, which was supposed to allow you to be God, and
Black and White was awesome, man. I don't care what.
It was fun, but it was an RTS game. It wasn't. It didn't change the face of gaming. And then you had Fable and Fable 2, and once again, the dog in Fable 2 was supposed to change how you could interact with characters in gaming.
Nothing.
The dog followed you around. Occasionally it got hurt, and you had to find it whining and heal it.
That is like the shallowest RPG I've ever played, man.
You see, the thing about that game was that I couldn't customize my dog. I couldn't make him Layla. So I didn't care about this dog. I kicked this dog all over the place. I don't give a shit. If it was my little puppy dog, though, maybe I'd have a little feeling towards it. But it was just this brown dog that was, yeah, it was kind of sad when they would like limp around and stuff. But I didn't shed any tears for it. Yeah, the dog was. They made it seem like it was going to be something awesome, like they always do. So, I mean, Fable's just kind of flailed in general.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a bad game. I didn't despise playing it, but I didn't change my life or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I despised paying $60 for it. When I got done with it, I was like, "Really? That's the game that like is like supposedly so good?" I don't know.
Twitter is always suggesting I follow Peter Molyneux. I hate the guy. I refuse to follow him.
You can X that out.
I do, but he comes back. Like some sort of rash or something. Can't get rid of him.
So,
like a little rash with his face on it comes off. Musket's Fable. yes, my rash is very. I have zombified everyone.
So what else we got, Tony?
The developer Just Add Water recently announced they're remaking Oddworld: Stranger's Wrath.
That's pretty awesome.
It was supposed to be a PSN and Xbox Live Arcade title, but this week they announced that currently they're just releasing it on PS3 because on Xbox Live Arcade there is a 2 gigabyte size limit, and Oddworld: Stranger's Wrath weighs in at 2.1 gigabytes.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my God.
Microsoft couldn't make a freaking exception. That game's going to sell like a motherfucker.
They will. I mean, they're not going to let the game go exclusive to PS3, so they'll waive it. It's just...
You know what I found funny, though, is that... Do you remember the original Xbox Live Arcade games? What was it, 50 megabytes? Maybe 100 at most. And then I remember there was one that was like 250. I was like, oh snap, this is huge.
Yeah, I think the first one that did that broke like that 50 meg limit was like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yeah.
And that's probably why I bought it. One of the reasons I bought it and still haven't played it since then. So, yeah, I don't know.
Is Stranger's Wrath, is that the one that was a first-person shooter?
Yeah, and you had all of the weird creatures as ammunition.
Oh, it's a first-person.
It was sweet. Oh yeah.
Oh.
It was
cool. So much fun.
Oh.
I've never actually gotten into the Oddworld games.
Yeah, neither have I.
If you guys like SI, well, obviously Fozzie hasn't. Tony, have you played them or?
I played Oddworld: Stranger's Wrath. I think I played one other game, but I definitely remember playing through Stranger's Wrath because that game was so much fun. You could do some crazy stuff with the ammo. Like, there's nothing like firing a bullet that eats your enemy. Like, literally, like, latches onto them and then starts to eat them. It's great.
That's
So much fun.
That's creative for sure.
And you could you could like collect the animals like as they were walking around and like pick them up and use them as ammo. It's great.
That's awesome. I wonder. I bet you could pick that up cheap for like Xbox. I bet you could pick up Munch's Odyssey really cheap.
It was for Xbox?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I always thought it was a PS1 or a PS2 game or something like that. I didn't think it was for Xbox.
The original Oddworld was a PS1 game.
Okay, gotcha. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in that game, but I don't know why I never got into it. I guess I wasn't that hardcore of a gamer back in the day, so. Kind of had like a cult following, didn't it? Like, did
it's
it
always
sell?
had like it's always had like good critical like acclaim.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
series.
But it didn't sell all that well, did it?
I don't think they ever really sold great.
It's one of those things. I think they don't have a really good selling point. Like they're just a little too strange. Of course, you know, Oddworld.
You name something Oddworld, you're not setting yourself up for success. So alright, what else we got?
We've got some sniping back and forth between Activision and EA.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Bobby Kotick announced that EA is struggling to attract quality talent to their studios and driving people away. This is the man who single-handedly killed Infinity Ward.
I mean, can we just put like a piece of like duct tape over his mouth or something?
Come on, I love him. He is so funny.
Where's the PR guy that's like, shh, you might want to be quiet now for a second?
Because
put the guy in timeout or something.
Well, who's going to stress the CEO though?
It's like he's in charge. It's like the PR guy tells him to shut up. He's like, well, you're no longer our PR guy. Get me a new person.
I mean, he's a CEO, which means that, you know, he's been through the business world, and I mean, does he know that this is like bad for like? It just doesn't.
See, here's the thing: it's not particularly bad for business to badmouth your opponents in this kind of thing. Anything that will cause any sort of shareholders to question investing in EA is good for Activision Blizzard. So you got to figure, even though it sounds really loudmouth to us and it doesn't make any sense, somebody who's looking to invest money who doesn't know all that much about the game industry is going to say, you know, EA's losing talent. Look at Activision with Call of Duty and all this other stuff, and try to get their money into Activision Blizzard. So anything he can do to mislead people as to what's actually going on is to his benefit.
Yeah, and plus, you know, like the smack talking, you know, it becomes a story, you know.
Right, it gets his name out there and gets people talking about Call of Duty or Guitar Hero or, you know, whatever is out there at the moment for Activision, and there's no such thing as bad press. There really isn't.
It really does sound like he's projecting like their own problems onto EA, because EA's been pretty good the last couple of years, I would say.
Well, EA's response was pretty funny too. They said Kotick's relationship with studio talent is well documented in litigation.
Nice, that's awesome.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, like EA, they used to be in that same position that Activision is in now. Like, there's always like every couple of years, there's always a bad guy or something like that happens to be in the business. And I remember before EA had Peter Moore, they were kind of like that. Like, everyone used to hate them, but they've kind of like, they've cleared their image up a little bit. And, you know, I think that, you know, as you're saying, like, you know, no news is bad news, but it just seems that you're just trying to piss on people. You're just trying to get more and more enemies. And if anything, this is just kind of like, it's just like football games or something. When, you know, you don't say those bulletin board materials unless you want to get those guys extra motivated. So I mean, people never forget what you say.
But that motivation phase doesn't seem to be paying off in sales for EA. Like, EA sales are down. They've been down for the last, actually, since they started getting better. Like, in our eyes, they're doing better business, where they're making more creative titles, they're taking more chances. Like, John Riccitiello really kind of drove a creative energy into EA, which was, you know, kind of where Activision is now.
Partners program.
Yeah, but now that's not paying off for them, and Activision's kind of doing what EA used to do, is just, you know, drive their franchises into the ground, but their sales are still up, so it's tough.
Not Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero's not. I mean, Guitar Hero, but music games across the board are dropping. Like,
that's true. That's
like, I mean, it's on a downward slant. I'm probably the only person I know that's going to pick up Guitar Hero 6. Like, I mean,
yeah, it came out a couple days ago. God, if I knew that.
Yeah, so, like, but, I mean, Call of Duty is stronger than ever with Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops, like, is looking like it's going to sell crazy again.
Yeah, but in the end, all this stuff is cynical. Like, he has all these games, like, kind of, like, shelter him for now. But what happens when people get sick of Call of Duty? Like, it's eventually going to happen. And what happens when EA makes that great next big game, and, like, Activision's kind of left in the dust again?
The thing with Activision is they have the biggest game to fall back on. Like, they have World of Warcraft. Like, and until that is...
Yeah, I did forget about that.
Like, I thought you were going to say Tony Hawk Ride.
Yeah, well, they have that too. I mean, they have.
Dude, I saw that for like $30 now.
They have the second biggest game, Jeff, and the third with DJ Hero. So, like, they're really going out there. But yeah, I mean, with Blizzard behind them, they can kind of do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, Blizzard is kind of like their ace in the hole. But you see, I mean, but Blizzard is the perfect example of like a perfect gaming company. You don't really hear too much about them. They don't really talk like a lot about controversy, and they release a game, like once every 5 years. But I mean, hell, every single game they make is like just quality work. So, I mean, I guess that's a great studio to have combined with. So, I guess, yeah, you are right in that aspect.
Yeah, until Blizzard like falters, and I mean, obviously by the sales of StarCraft 2, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
Activision kind of, unfortunately, gets free reign to kind of talk whatever shit they want, because they're the biggest kid on the block.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the way of gaming, you know, you can't...
Yeah, I mean...
Well said, Fozzie. Well said.
That's the way...
I mean, to be honest... to be honest, that's just how it works nowadays, so... Either on top or you're not.
That's what she said.
Giggity.
I'm kind of surprised that they haven't tried to influence Blizzard more, but I guess they figure, you know, they know what they're doing. Let them do what they want.
Yeah, it's like
I think Blizzard makes so much money for them that they're trying to figure out what Blizzard's doing and how they can incorporate that into their games.
Oh, they'll never figure that out.
It's, you know, quality over quantity. That's it.
Yeah, and like I said, they'll never figure that out.
Yeah, nope, not with Bobby Kotick.
Nope.
Yeah, well, I mean, Blizzard kind of, they can get away with doing so little, based on the fact that they have a steady income all the time. So you have 12 million subscribers sending you $15 a month. Like, it's like a sea of money just coming in every month. Like,
Jesus Christ.
So what else we got?
We got this is probably my favorite news story of the week. A couple weeks ago, we talked about how there was a spot in Metroid The Other M where you could get stuck and not be able to proceed. Nintendo has discovered a solution for the problem, and all you have to do is take the SD card out of your Wii and mail it to Nintendo Service Center, Metroid Other M department in Uji, Kyoto, Japan. So if you can deal without your SD card for the next 3 months, you can finally finish your game of Metroid The Other M.
Oh, that's the biggest, you know, it has to be one of the biggest drawbacks to not being able to update your system or update your games and patch your games. Like, I mean, so their giant solution is mail us your SD card internationally.
Hey, just send it to India. I mean, freaking Baba Ganoush over there, he'll take care of it and he'll send it back to you in about 3 to 4 months. That's how we do it at Wii. I mean, that's how everyone should do it, right?
It's like a solution from like 1970.
Yeah.
Right?
That would be like Bungie saying,
Sure, mail us 10 box tops and we'll fix your problem.
Box 10 cereal boxes of the Wii good.
Like, you can't even, I don't understand. Like, why would you mail it? Why can't you just take the file off of your SD card and email it to them and they can fix it? It's so fucking dumb. Nintendo is stupid.
It's so backward. I can understand why you would want to not have to patch games after release, but occasionally you have to. And there's no like infrastructure in place for them to even consider doing it. It's just ugly. Makes no sense.
I hope
Jeff,
they wake up next time.
Did you run into this problem?
No, I didn't. I got through the game. I made it to like the final boss and I just quit, but I made it all through.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that is. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess it's better than them sending out somebody to like, oh, do you have a problem with Metroid Other M? We're going to send out our service technician.
Right.
Please be home between the hours of 9 and 12.
Freaking Miyamoto comes in like a Mario Kart. Let's go.
Let's go fix your Wii.
Oh, mercy.
What's next?
Alright, the last thing I have is another piece of Wii news. If you guys are ever alone in the middle of the night with your Wii and, the mood strikes you, someone has developed an add-on accessory with the Wii to allow for remote stimulation. They've made the Wii into a dildo. They developed
this is for the ladies, hopefully.
It actually goes both ways. So you can actually have someone use the internet to stimulate you with their Wiimote. So it's called the Mojo Weejo. And it uses a technology called teledildonics.
Shut up.
See, that would be awesome if it was like a peripheral for a game, like a new Donkey Kong Jungle Beat or something.
Dude, I want to know.
Stick the remote up your ass and ride that shit.
I wonder if that would get the Nintendo seal of approval. I'm just wondering.
Right?
Oh, they hand that shit out for anything now. So
I want to know, like, when they went to the trademark office or wherever they did, like, yeah, we like to patent the word Nintendo or whatever, Dildotronics or what the fuck? What?
Teledildotronics.
Dildotronics. Oh my god. This is just ridiculous. Oh, I haven't played the Wii in so long. I left that in Jacksonville. I don't even regret it for a second. I haven't thought about playing a Wii game in so long. It's kind of sad. Donkey Kong Country looks great.
I'm going to play NBA Jam next week. I'm not going to buy it, but I'm very excited to play it.
Okay, but you have to buy Elite for it, right?
No. That kind of leads into our news story.
Ooh, segue?
Ooh.
Well, if you call it out, Foz, it's not much of a segue, is it? Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, NBA Elite for PS3 and Xbox 360 got delayed for sucking for negative reaction to the demo, which is I think it's on Xbox Live. You can try it out, but I guess it was completely broken and it just sucked. So they said we're not going to release it, which I guess good for them for owning up to the fact that it was not up to snuff, but But the interesting thing about it is NBA Jam was going to be a free download for people that pre-ordered or bought the game early. Now instead, you still have NBA Jam come out for the Wii next week, but sometime before Christmas they're going to release it on the other systems.
Nice.
Is it going to be like a full retail release or a downloadable game? I don't know. I imagine they'll just go full retail release, but maybe it'd be like $40 or $50 instead of $60. Who knows? They haven't said, but I'm interested to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I was watching.
Dude, I thought it'd be like an Xbox Live Arcade.
It would be give it to me for $10 on Xbox Live Arcade. Oh man, I'm all over that.
It'll probably end up being like 15 or 20, but I can imagine it'll be on Xbox Live Arcade. I would go through the whole rigmarole of having to.
Yeah, they might see sales of it on the Wii are good, and they might say, what can we do? Let's put it out on a disc, see what happens.
But I feel like the infrastructure's already in place for them to have it as a downloadable game.
I would like it as a downloadable game. Don't get me wrong; it would be great.
Yeah, I would even pay $15 for it. Like you give me that for $15, and I'm all over that. But if you're releasing it at $50 or $60, I don't think I'm gonna make that purchase.
Yeah, I'll wait till it's cheap. But I definitely want to play NBA Jam again. That game is so fun.
The big head mode, and you're on fire.
It's probably the only basketball game I've ever played a lot and really loved.
The 2K games aren't bad. The ones from EA are all terrible, but
yeah.
I was watching some crazy videos from the Elite demo, guys getting stuck at half court with their arms out. Some guy was watching it and he's standing in the middle of the court like Jesus. He's like Jesus and he's not moving.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good though that they're kind of pushing it off and get them to get that thing fixed.
Did they announce a new release date?
No, but something cool for people that do like NBA Live is last year's game will have roster updates then this fall, so it'll almost be like getting a new NBA Live.
Oh, like what they should be doing for just about every other sports game they have.
I would love just to have a pixelated version, old school Genesis graphics, and just have it updated with Kobe and Shaq and stuff. I don't need all the fancy schmancy smooth clean stuff. I like the old days, but just update the rosters. I don't care.
I want my fancy smancy new.
No, man, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Boom shakalaka.
Did they get the same guy for it?
Yes, it says it on the back of the box. I was looking at the box today. Right in the back it says, I forgot his name, but from the original NBA Jam. That's awesome.
Bruce Buffer. I don't know.
I think we got one other piece of news.
Oh, Greg Giraldo, the comedian, died.
Oh.
I'm going to miss this person who I've never heard of before.
Yeah, me too.
I can't believe you guys don't know who he is, man. He's very funny in all the Comedy Central roasts. I mean,
I've probably seen him before on one of them. I can't place him.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of him. He's
if you saw a
alright.
picture of him, you'd probably recognize him. It's weird, too. A lot of those people on those roasts, they're really talented comedians. You're like, why are they not doing more? How come they don't have TV shows? Or, how come they're not known more?
Yeah, it's I mean, I saw some posts on Twitter about him today, so obviously he had some sort of following. I don't know.
He did a good roast. That's all I know. I didn't see it too much of his stand-up besides that, but he seemed very funny. He seemed like a nice guy too, but that's too bad. I guess it was a accidental overdose on meds, prescription pills, which, like Fozzie said, that's all the rage nowadays.
That's the hip cool thing to do if you're an actor, actress.
Fucking people on their prescription pills, man. Just drink,
Right?
Drink or
smoke some bud and pass out and enjoy life.
Let's keep it simple here.
I mean, see, that's the problem with prescription pills is that there's 500 million different kinds these days. And you don't know what these people are mixing. Like, I mean, do you expect, like, I guess that's why they spent $100 million before a pill is even FDA approved, because they probably have to go and see what pill does what with what side effect. It's just, it's nuts nowadays, man.
Will this kill Lindsay Lohan? Yes or no? Like, that's the test it has to go through.
Exactly. That's all she does, because she doesn't have a freaking acting career.
She's like a drug tester.
FDA freaking guinea pig. But even though even if it's approved for her, that doesn't mean it's going to be approved for anyone else. She's freaking bulletproof.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, that's too bad. I don't know what's up with these people. You know, you're fucking rich. What do you need pills for, man? What are you doing?
I mean, why are you popping 20 at a time? Because you know these people, they're crazy. Like, they build up a tolerance to all these pills. Like, yeah. I mean, it's just...
Now, was it voluntary, or was it accidental?
Yeah,
it was an accident. It was an accident. The guy didn't seem like he had any sort of drug problems. Like, he always seemed, just like a normal guy. But you never know with people, I guess. But
right.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
So, while we were talking about that, I actually found two other news stories that we might want to talk about. Evidently, all the Star Wars movies are being re-released in 3D.
Oh, yeah.
So, anybody give a shit?
Nope.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, I'll go watch them in theaters again, but I really don't want them in 3D. They could just release them in theaters, and I would go see them.
I don't know. It could have potential. I mean, I'll probably check it out. Like, just seeing, like, the X-Wings, that one scene where they're going, like, towards the Death Star and stuff, I think that'd be pretty sick, like, seeing the X-Wings all in 3D and stuff. But, it's kind of like when they remastered everything. It's probably not going to make a huge difference, but, I'll spend $10-15 to see it in theaters. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the one thing is I'll be able to take my kids to go see Star Wars in the theater, so...
Have your kids seen the movies already?
They've seen bits and pieces of them. Like, they haven't actually watched them all. My son's kind of getting into, like, he wants to watch Star Wars, and just I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it with him, but we're getting to that point where they kind of want to watch it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, introduce them to something that, I kind of grew up with, but still cool today.
Watch, he's like, Daddy, that sucks.
Yeah, you're not my son anymore.
You have to leave him out in the woods somewhere. Congratulations, son, you've volunteered for exile.
Like, alright, Ryan, come on, you come with Daddy.
We're gonna lose him in the middle of a mall, like in Heavy Rain.
Which is, it's kind of funny, though, because they have seen the Indiana Jones movies. I just happened to be watching them, and my oldest daughter just sat down and watched them with me. She's like, that was kind of cool. Like, yeah, it was. So I'm hoping they kind of like the Star Wars film. And the other piece of movie news is, no surprise here, Chris Nolan has confirmed that he is directing the next Batman movie.
What?
Yeah, I don't even know why that actually qualifies as news, but a bunch of people are picking up on it and saying that, and basically stating that confirmation of something that pretty much everybody already knew.
Can I drop some movie news?
Yeah.
You know that Facebook movie coming out, the Social
Yes.
Network?
Social Network, yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's getting, I think it's still at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think it comes out, this week. I really want to see it now. It's getting all these great reviews, comparisons, this is the Godfather of our generation, and blah blah blah.
What?
That's pretty.
That good?
That's pretty bold.
Yeah.
A lot of the reviews are saying this is the movie that defines our generation and finally gets what our generation is all about. I guess. So I'm like, it's interesting.
Social Network.
I'm kind of interested to see how Jesse Eisenberg does in that role.
He's a good actor, though.
I like him. Yeah, I think he's gonna do good.
Yeah, I think he's much better than Michael Cera. His lookalike. So.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Michael Cera would just stand there awkwardly.
Wait, Michael Cera is an actor?
No, he's just a cardboard cutout.
I thought he was a professional prancer. I really did. From all these.
Have you seen that Mimi or whatever? Mime.
You mean Beam, right?
Yeah, mime.
Mimes are people who act without making any sound.
I prefer Mimi.
Oh. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing that too, Jeff. So maybe we can get out to go see that.
You could take me on a date. I'll dress up nice and pretty for you.
Awesome. I'll fly out to Chicago. It does hits this Friday in wide release. So, got anything else? We good.
We are newsed out.
Alright, let's move on to football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went 0-4 last week after going 4-0 the previous week, so I completely washed out any success that I had.
That's okay. The only game I picked correctly was picking the Jets to win, and I absolutely detest that team. So
Sanchez, you believe in a Sanchez now?
No. Not.
Why?
I believe in his ability to tear apart terrible defenses. Like, for example,
too bad he has 0 interceptions, you douches.
Oh, alright. He did not throw against Vontae Davis the entire game. He was throwing against Jason Allen, who sucks. Allen shouldn't even be in the NFL.
He's all pro. What are you talking about?
He should not. He is a mediocre. He's not even mediocre. He's a subpar practice squad cornerback. That man should not be in the NFL.
And then he threw 3 touchdowns against New England, who gave up 30 points to Buffalo this past week.
Yeah. Sanchez, when he hits a good defense, like he did against Baltimore, he's not going to be as good. So
I'm sorry, I don't hear anything but 0 interceptions and USC, and he rocked all of you. So
I'm driving up to New York tomorrow, and I'm going to hit him with my car.
Don't you dare. Taco Bell would fucking sue you like $100 million, dude. The weight of Mexico rests upon his shoulders. Don't you know this? Okay, enough racist jokes.
Yes. Let's move on. Tony has picked out the games for this week, so
we've got some big ones. I guess the first one is Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Interdivision battle. Oh yeah.
I want to say Balti. I think Pitt's been getting pretty lucky. They're on freaking Charlie Batch. Come on now. Come on.
Well, I think they're winning in spite of what's going on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool, but still, I'm going Balti. I have more faith in you, Ralph.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. They're playing in Pittsburgh. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta go with the home team in this one. It's gonna be close. So,
Jeff.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh, just on my gut.
I think I got to go with Pittsburgh as well. I think Baltimore looked shaky except for last week. Flacco's looked really bad. And I think the Pittsburgh defense is going to pick him off a few times and run up the score. With Pittsburgh.
Alrighty.
So everyone went Pitt except me?
Yeah,
that's right. We all disagree with your observations.
This is why I am the man.
Alright, next game. New England at Miami.
Ooh. At Miami, huh? I'll go with Miami.
Alright.
Fight for Napo.
I'm gonna go with Miami too. It's gonna be a high scoring game though, because Brady's gonna rip apart that Dolphins secondary, and Henny played really well against decent Jets defense. So I think he's going to have another big game, and I'm hoping this time they'll be able to pull it out. But, I'm just basing that on the fact that I'm a Miami fan. So
Did Miami win last week or what?
no, they lost.
Oh, they lost to the Jets.
Those fucking bastards.
It was close, but yeah, they lost.
I was watching it. I remember seeing them losing. I was like, "You're ruining my picks."
That's because of Sanchez, doggy. The Sanchez.
Yeah.
Jeff, who are you picking?
I'm gonna go with the Patriots because they're the Patriots. Because Miami fucked me over last week, and because the Patriots play good in the snow.
They're playing in Miami.
Basis.
Yeah, but Patriots all the way.
See, Fozzie, what you don't realize is they're trucking in some snow for this game. They're going to pour it all over the field.
Jesus.
Well,
and I'm going to pick New England as well because I can't pick against my home team. I just can't.
God, you're a New England fan. That's like so dirty.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I'm from New England.
Who actually likes Bill Belichick? He's the douchiest. He's Bobby Kotick of the fucking NFL.
But he wins.
That's right. I like the fact that he wins. I don't have to meet with him in person or hang out with him. So his personality doesn't really mean a whole lot to me.
God, Lane Kiffin is like a saint compared to him.
No. Lane Kiffin is the devil.
Lane fucking Kiffin, bro.
Before we move off of New England, Miami, though, I just want to say that Miami's got to stop with the Wildcat. It kills the momentum of their offense. Henny's actually a really good quarterback, and they're throwing him off their rhythm every time they're throwing Ronnie Brown out there behind center, and it's not working. Like, teams know that when Ronnie Brown is out there and Henny's on the sideline, that it's either Ronnie Brown's running right up the middle or he's handing off to Ricky Williams. And they're stuffing it every time, so that they need to knock that shit off.
I think by now they've seen all the wrinkles that there are to see from the Wildcat. Yeah. It doesn't take people by surprise. They no longer think it's some sort of odd formation. It's a power running formation. The moment they see it come out there, in comes 12 linebackers and all the big offensive linemen, and they just stuff the run, and it's just too easy to stop. So yeah, I'm with you on that. They need to quit that.
Yeah. That's all. That's an end of my rant.
All right, next game is the most exciting game of the week. Denver at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
That's all you got? You don't want to say Vince Young is their quarterback?
I don't know anything about freaking NFL. I told you this. I'm going to give you some college football picks.
I'm just saying, a USC guy just picked Vince Young to win a game, so...
Vince Young can go hang himself in soda pretzel. That's all I care. But the fact is that Chris Johnson is a fucking monster, and it's at Tennessee. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll go Tennessee this time.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tennessee as well. Denver's just really shaky. And just, Kyle Orton is throwing up tons of yards, but they're not putting up wins. So,
and they're not scoring points.
Yeah.
I think they went for it twice on fourth down in the red zone last week and failed to make it.
Yeah, so Tennessee for me.
Jeff?
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Just because Orton is the best.
You like the uniforms?
Yeah. No, I mean, Orton is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. We all know that. I mean, so... Yeah,
what have you been smoking? Because I would like some.
You know what?
I think as a Bears quarterback, he wasn't too bad. He was serviceable.
I think if you look at Kyle Orton's winning percentage at quarterback, I think it's higher than most of the quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, he wins games, or I guess
he stays in them.
He doesn't lose. Games. Yeah.
He doesn't turn the ball over, and he just executes the short passing game really, really well.
It's all short passing, doesn't take any risks. Whatever, though. I'm going to go with Denver just because.
God knows I'd probably pick him over Garrard. I mean, this is how bad the state of Jaguar football is. We just picked up Trent fucking Edwards, who got released by the Bills. By the Bills. That's how.
To be fair, Trent Edwards is a serviceable backup quarterback.
I know, no, he's not bad. I'm pretty sure he'll probably take the starting job over Gerard. I just pray that. See, Jaguar picks are just. I don't know what they do. I think they just spin like a freaking like board and just see like who it lands on. Because if we don't pick like a first round, because there's a lot of QBs coming out this season, I think. I guarantee you we'll probably pick up one of them because we'll be probably one of the top 5 picks. So I can only pray. Dude, I'll take Andrew Luck from Stanford for sure if he's out there. He's the fucking man. But,
I'm picking Tennessee, by the way. I'm taking Tennessee. All right, one more game. Everybody's favorite matchup: Washington at the Eagles. McNabb versus the whole team.
I say Eagles because it's at Eagles.
As much as I hate the Eagles, despite living here, I'm gonna have to go with them. They're the better team here. The Redskins just aren't good.
No.
And the Eagles' defense has been playing well. I think McNabb will have an okay game, but it's not gonna be great. And the Eagles' offense is starting to click now too. So, yeah, Philly for me.
Jeff.
I'm gonna go with Redskins because Michael Vick killed dogs. And I don't know. I just see them Redskins maybe pulling off a win here.
They did beat the Cowboys, but
Yeah, the
I
Cowboys
don't even
kind
know
of
what
suck.
that really means.
Yeah. I think this could be an interesting game. I think this is going to be one of the best games of the week.
It's going to be emotional for I definitely for McNabb. He may come up big in this one. You never know.
I would love that. I would so love that.
Stick it to the old team.
You're not a fucking Philly fan?
I hate the Eagles, man. I despise the Eagles. I'm great at parties too. Like when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, I decked my kids out in Patriots gear. And I'm a Dolphins fan. Like
that was in Jacksonville too.
Awesome.
Like we went to an Eagles Super Bowl party with my kids dressed up in Patriots gear that we had shipped down from Massachusetts where my grandparents live. So
That's child abuse.
That's awesome. No, that's not. It's like giving them buried treasure or something. I don't even know what that means. But here's a map. Dig it up. Here's a shovel. Go.
But yeah, I'd actually kind of like to see McNabb stick it to them because they kind of like, oh, we're going to get rid of him because he's like washed up and we're moving in this new direction. And that new direction was supposed to be Kevin Cobb. And now they gave up on that after a half of football. So, fuck him. I hope McNabb comes in and throws for 400 yards. That'd be hysterical.
It's possible. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
No.
I think the Eagles are going to pull this one out. The Redskins' defense is in disarray. So.
Yeah. So that's all our picks. We'll keep track of them.
Can I do special college football picks? Please, please.
Go ahead. Lay it on
Alright.
us and give us.
Man, we got 4 big college football games this.
Jesus Christ!
4. No, you get one. You
No,
get
absolutely
one.
not.
Pick one.
All right, we're talking about the rematch of the SEC championship game from last year, Alabama versus Florida at Bama. Now, this could be a scary matchup because even though
we all pick Alabama. Go.
It lost Tebow and everything. In the end, I'll go Bama because it is at Bama. If it was at Florida, it might be different though. Let's see. Next, we got another top 10 matchup: Stanford versus Oregon. Now, this is a big one too because Stanford was at the top 25 before the season even started, so they kind of snuck up on everyone. So now. But Oregon has a high octane video game offense, so I'm thinking that Oregon's going to pull this one out just because LaMichael James is the Heisman Trophy winner of this year. You heard it first. Next, we have, let's see.
Penn State, Iowa.
Yeah, Penn State, Iowa. That's a good one. And that one features, Joe Pa and freaking Iowa, who's coming off of that loss from Arizona. And I think that CDOS will be happy when I say that I think Iowa is going to pull this one out.
Joe Paterno is going to teabag Iowa, and he's going to stand over him and drop his wrinkled up old balls all over their helmet.
Oh, man. That can't be good for business.
And they're going to drop all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
No, I think Iowa's going to bounce back. And then we have one more top 25 matchup. Let's see. Was it Michigan State and Wisconsin, I think?
Yep.
And the Michigan State coach just had a heart attack last week, so he's coming back. He's going to rally the troops. And I think that's my upset special right there. Michigan State over Wisconsin.
Okay.
Boom.
There we go.
I think you're going to have to speed through this part, Chris.
They did that. They did that to Noobs one time. Like I talked about college football, and they just sped right through it.
I'm gonna take a really quick break. Before we do that, I don't know if you guys listen to Weekend Confirmed, which is the Shaq News podcast. They kind of stole our idea of doing these football picks. They just started doing it last week, so we were
son of a fuck.
We started doing it week 1,
Bastards.
so fuck you, Weekend Confirmed.
Ours will be accurate.
We confirm the weekend.
That's right.
Except you guys have more listeners than we do.
Yeah,
but ours are better.
Minor details.
All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with some listener mail. So we're back. Got some listener mail for you. So why don't you kick it off, Foz?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Caught me off guard, but let's just keep extending this comment as much as I can, and here we... if this back button will work. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe Jeff should start with that one that he got from Gigawatt. Oh, wait. I'm here. Okay. Let's
This is the
see.
worst mail segment ever.
The first one is from... No, the first one's from Fizzbin21. And he says...
That's a stupid name.
Ooh, hopefully he doesn't hear that.
You love your name. We're serious.
Yeah, it's what is it Fizzbin?
Yeah, Fizzbin.
I wonder if he named it after the wizard in the Dragonlance novels.
Maybe. I don't know.
Answer me that question. If you did, I'll send you a code for download some stupid Avatar shit that I got here.
Yahoo! That's intriguing. Anyways,
Oh, I want that stupid Avatar shit.
Yeah, right?
It's
Well,
like
now that you mention it, it sounds awesome.
it's like a little helicopter or something from Crackdown. I got a code for that.
So he has to have Crackdown for it? Or...
No, it's an Avatar
Oh, it's just
helicopter.
the Avatar. Okay, gotcha.
That's
Okay.
Alright, go
Okay,
ahead.
Can I do this already?
No, not at all.
We already know you don't know how to read. Stop making it up.
Mimi?
ahead.
Let's see. So,
you gonna go yet?
When do you think the 3DS will release in North America, and how much do you think it will cost?
March.
Yeah, I say March as well. And I say for $2.99. $2.99? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, I'm with you, Foz. I think $299 is the price.
They're going to sell the 3D huge, like they're just going to market hell out of that thing. So
I know a lot of people are saying that that's just the Japanese price and like you're just converting yen to dollars, but $300 here.
oh yeah, I'll convert whenever I damn please.
I think it'll be late March or maybe the first week of April. I think it'll be $250. That's a guess, though. I don't know anything more than you guys.
Right. I mean, they haven't announced anything, so we're just all speculating.
We do know that the 3DS will not be out in Japan this winter. So, if you are planning on importing, you're still going to have to wait until next year.
Yes. All right. So everyone chimed in.
Yeah, I think so. Before we move off the 3DS, I got a question about that from Graham Stewart.
Nice.
I believe he's a Graminator. Nintendo has announced the 3DS will cost $300. Blah blah blah. At least in Japan, is this price? Is the price this high simply because Nintendo thinks people are willing to pay that much, or could it be that the hardware is very costly to produce and Nintendo refuses to take a loss on the sale of a console? I think it's a mix of both.
Yeah, it's definitely a mix of both.
I don't think Nintendo has ever sold a console at a loss. They've made a profit on any hardware they've ever released.
Yeah.
I think that's part of their philosophy. So I don't think they're so worried about selling software as they are moving the hardware at a price they can afford.
Right. So, it's weird. They kind of seem to be taking almost like a Sony type stance with this system release. It's just really weird the way they're going about it.
It killed Sony too. They had to come down.
Yeah. So we'll see.
All right. So far so good. Let's keep this one going. Oh, this is also another one from Fizzy Benny. He writes, "What game are you most looking forward to playing on the 3DS, and which one do you think will take advantage of the 3D capabilities of the system the most?" Well, I saw a little bit of the Metal Gear Solid and the Resident Evil game, and it looked orgasmic when I first saw it. So I think I'm going to be looking forward to those two the most. In terms of 3D capabilities, I think those two again. I think it's pretty cool to see something like the N64, like Legend of Zelda stuff in 3D. That would be pretty cool too. So
Let's take this question to a different level. Are you all buying the 3DS? Because I don't know that I necessarily am.
I might, but I might wait. Like, try and buy it when it's $200 instead of $300.
Yeah, at $300, it's not a purchase for me.
Yeah.
God, it's tough. I'm not a big handheld fan, but I really want this handheld. So.
See, that's my theory too. But it's kind of like I always have buyer's remorse when I buy one. I get so excited for the next one and the next one and the next one, and maybe I just have to realize that maybe I should stop because I realize the 3D is cool and all, but maybe it'll wear off on me like every other handheld has. Like, God, when I bought the PSP, I played that thing every day for like 4 days, and then I stopped for a little bit, and I never played it again. It stayed in my bathroom the whole time. And unfortunately, I feel like that's the same way it's going to happen with this. So, we'll see. I think that this time I'm not going to get like, first day and play it out by ear.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm going to buy it. $300 is too much for a handheld. If I can get a console for that much, I'm getting a console.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
But the game, like if I do get it, the game I would definitely want at launch is Resident Evil.
Yeah, the Resident Evil game looks amazing.
And I think Kid Icarus will be one of the cooler 3D games on it.
Oh yeah.
If there was a game that I want to play, it's that Kid Icarus game, only because it's been rumored for so long. I kind of want to see what all the bullshit's about.
Yeah, it actually looks really good. So.
Alright.
Cool. Okay. Unitive Shadow writes, so I have a good one. Parental groups and other crazy people are all up in arms about violence in video games. So, in your opinion, is it the interactivity of video games that are perceived as a threat, or is it just a new thing to bash? I think, dude, this guy's writing's terrible, so I don't know if that's the word he was looking for, but it's interactivity.
Well, a lot of people will say that video games need to be treated differently with respect to violence than, say, a movie or a book, because you're actually the one perpetrating that violence.
Yeah. I don't think it's a new thing to bash. It's kind of just been around even since the days of Doom, I mean, even they blame the Columbine things on fucking, Doom and stuff and whatnot, so...
Well, I think Columbine was the first one that was big.
Yeah.
But then again, Columbine also came after, what's the movie where they go into the school and kill all the people?
Toy Soldiers?
No.
That movie was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even remember the name of the movie, but...
They had, the mouthwash alcohol. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that movie, but I think I know what you're talking about. But, yeah. I think that as long as video games are around, it's going to be controversial. I mean, that's just the way it is. These ignorant people like freaking Fox News who thinks that they know everything about the world will always chime in their 2 cents, and they always want to point fingers. But in the end, it comes down to the parents to control their kids, That's why you have parental settings.
Yeah.
And the medium itself is still, I mean, we're talking, it's not that old of a medium. So every sort of creative medium goes through this period where people kind of want to censor it because it's dangerous for the public at large. So I mean, we'll get past it, but probably won't be for a while.
It's because it's probably still viewed by some people as something that's for kids only, and
right.
Same thing they do with comic books. But as far as the fact that they're interactive making any difference, I don't think so. I think it's stretching.
Is it any more interactive than giving a kid a toy gun and having him go play Cowboys and Indians?
Right. Exactly. It's just. And if anything, this kind of just makes it seem just so out there. In Grand Theft Auto, you can't just go around and run people over and shoot 50 people in the back for no good reason, which kind of makes this over exaggerated violence even more it just doesn't make sense in the real world. I don't know. It's stupid.
I think
I hate parents.
there has yet to be a scientific study that has linked video games to increased violence in people, and I think that's a detail that a lot of people are missing. Like, there's been a lot of links between video games and people who have done violent acts, but there's no like causational link between the two. And I think until that sort of link gets proven, it's hard to have a serious conversation with somebody who doesn't have any evidence to support their opinion.
Well, there have been studies that have shown that people, when they're playing video games, sometimes get more aggressive or more agitated, but they could be playing a hard boss or something, or like
right,
the level's hard to beat, so their blood pressure.
The thing with those kind of studies is that they don't take any amount of time, so there's no investigation into how that video game playing has affected the person 2 weeks later. Like, they have the person come into their session, they play the video game, and then as soon as that session is over, they test the person.
Yeah. They let them play with a doll or something afterwards.
Right,
and see how
or they ask them a series of questions, or they give them an interview, or whatever it is, and, shockingly, but it's the same kind of result you get after you watch a violent movie, or, it's just natural to still have that violence on the mind. Now, whether that causes you to kill people, I really don't think so, because if the interactive nature of video games caused people to kill people, we'd see spiraling counts of, homicides all over the world, and frankly, the rate of murder has gone down in the country since the rise of video games. So I think any kind of link between like the interactive nature of violence in video games and actual violence is contrary to the evidence.
Good.
Good.
I like that.
That is good.
So it's bullshit.
Okay, here's some more comments or questions. I love cookies.
Me
Is this
too.
live? Podcast for me. I like. Who
I
is
think
your
whoever
daddy?
said that they love cookies needs to send us all cookies. I think that should happen.
Well, I did tell these people that if they post comments below, they get cookies. I
Oh,
should
so
probably...
you're sending them cookies?
Yeah, apparently I got some off.
I would not eat those, people. Do not eat Fozzie cookies.
These are the best cookies. Let's see. Gamer Zypher Game Geek says, "Who is your daddy and what does he do? Would you like to play a game? What are the first two rules of Fight Club?" All right, let's just go through all the BS. Okay, do you believe the government is run by the Illuminati? If so, do you think Miley Cyrus is part of the Illuminati based on her music video "Can't Be Tamed"?
What?
I don't know.
I have seen Angels and Demons and read the book, and I know that the Illuminati no longer exists as a group.
So Miley Cyrus would just be her own.
Tom Hanks told me, and that man would never lie.
Well, I like that man too, so let's just go with that answer. Okay, Cool Luck actually. Well, do you want to have a slumber party in my basement?
Wait, who's asking this question? I guess this really depends.
Cool Luck. You know Cool Luck.
So I'd have to go to Europe? Is that...
From Z Twitters and everything. No, he's not from Europe, dude. He's
Where's he
American.
from?
Texas or something. I don't know.
I don't want to go to Texas. Fuck Texas.
Right. Do I make your heart beat like an 808 drum? and just
Christ.
other, yeah.
No. No, you do not.
You may make me vomit a little.
Last one by Fizzy Benny is there anyone in the world who doesn't like cookies? I think that's a negative.
I think somebody who sells brownies for a living really hates the fact that cookies exist.
I think just some dude has like enough for like freaking 10 podcasts. So maybe we should switch over to him.
Yeah, I have a couple.
No, Chugger Sean gave you like 5 in the past freaking minute. So
I saw 2 from him. Did he give me more?
Oh yeah, he's been posting them.
Oh my god.
Giga.
Well, let's do gigawatts first, and then we'll
start from the beginning, work our way up, baby.
Oh my god, he's got a lot. Some of them are cool though. So, anyways, but Gigawatt Conduit asks, how do we feel about Foz whoring himself out to other podcasts?
We already knew that Fozzie was a podcastitute before we had him on here.
I am.
Podcastitute.
I still need to get on the legendary Gova podcast. Apparently, there's like a 10-year waiting list, but maybe one day. But besides that, I think I've been on like every single other podcast there is. I was even on the Nights Reborn back in the day.
See, I always thought we were pimping you out. I mean, I'm
Right.
expecting money from this.
Yeah, where's
That's
Oh,
true.
you
We
wanted
should
the
compensate
money?
him.
No, I don't think so. That ain't how that works, sweetheart. I'm the pimp in this freaking relationship.
Gigawatt also wants to know a game that we wish could get a sequel that didn't. I'll stick mine up.
Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I'd like to see a new Baldur's Gate or like Champions of Norrath. And that goes into the other thing I was going to mention. I'd like to see a collection of that, because we were talking about that like a couple weeks ago. I forgot to mention it. It'd be nice to see like a $40 collection of those games in HD with achievements and whatnot.
I want my Knights of the Old Republic 3.
what TIE Fighter 2?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Was Fozzie, was yours Conkers?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Hell
man. Can't go wrong with that. Alright.
Trucker Sean from Tibet. What do you guys think about the rumors of the NFL going to an 18-game regular season?
I love it.
Actually, Bill Polian, who's the GM of the Indianapolis Colts, announced that it's a done deal.
Yeah.
They are going to 18 games. It's happening.
It's beautiful. You only
Get
need
ready.
2 preseason games anyways.
Oh, that's what they're gonna do is take it, cut some of the.
Yeah,
preseason.
they'll be the same
Oh,
number
yeah.
of games.
I'm all for that. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I am all against it. I
Yeah.
think the injury rate in NFL games is so high as it is that we
Oh,
will
get
get
that
worse.
F
We
out.
will get worse football as a result of this decision. We will have more meaningless games because terrible teams will play more games.
You're meaningless.
Teams like the Colts, who were 14-0 but had 2 games at the end of last season that meant nothing, will now have 4 games that mean nothing. You know, divisions will get clinched earlier.
Okay, if they were adding 2 more and they still have 4 preseason games, I can understand that. But I hate 4 preseason games. There's no
Exactly.
reason for it. Those are even more of a waste than freaking 2 NFL games. At least they'll put their heart into it.
I agree with you on the fact that they're boring as shit, but Peyton Manning had an interesting point this past week when kind of posed with the question of an 18-game schedule, and he said that he wouldn't have time to work with like the four preseason games doesn't give him enough time to work with new receivers as it is. So
Oh, please. Peyton Manning's in 1 series for 2 of those preseason
right,
games.
and that's his point, is that he doesn't have enough time already to work with them. Now you're going to be taking away another 2 series for his practice
Then
time.
just
And
play 2 full preseason games.
See,
And
that's
then-
the
and then-
problem, though. Now he's out there for 20 games, whereas before he was just out there for 17.
Oh, bitch. Injuries are injuries, dude.
The,
I mean,
the
what, you
injury
wouldn't
rate in
complain when
NFL football is 100%. Now, if you're going to take it seriously, there are no NFL players who
Let's
make it from
boost up to
season
105, sweetheart.
healthy. If you're going to make players play 2 more games, you're going to look at and see players like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and Carson Palmer and all the big names in football will go down, and
Dude,
they will
2
go down
games?
more
What are you
frequently.
talking about? It's 2 games,
Yeah.
man.
2 games is a lot more season.
Okay, well,
Because they
guess
only
what?
play
What do they
16
do? What do they do in the preseason games? It's not like they're just twiddling their fucking thumbs.
But
It's
they
not
barely play. Most of the play in preseason games is by backups and players on the edge of making the team.
I say Bach to you,
You
and
are
I say
taking you're taking
Morgan's.
2 games where these players would not have played
Whoa.
otherwise, and you are making them play. I think it's a terrible, terrible decision.
Tony,
All
you
right.
turned into a robot on my end for a second. Your voice.
It's scary when he gets all up into
so, Sean, we're split on that, I think.
I mean, I like the fact that the NFL seasons are so short, so every game is meaningful. But 2 more games, and if it's 2 less preseason games, I don't care. Injure everybody. That's good.
Exactly.
What else?
Injuries are part of the game. Get a better offensive line.
What?
You can't. They're all injured.
Sean wants to know. This is one that sounds like Ozzy will enjoy, I think. What do you think the chances are of Boise State dropping in the polls from here on out, even with wins?
Yeah, I'll take care of this one, boys. All right, now let's see here. Boise State is going to drop out as there's more marquee games that are going to be taking over the Boise State games, okay? First off, they're not going to have those marquee Saturday night games that all these SEC, Big 12, and Pac-10 games are going to have.
Blah, 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 blah.
Now, you know what? I don't do this when you do your NFL picks, so why don't you just give me my little space? You can have your space, okay?
No. You don't have to say
Boise State has to, first off, pray that Oregon State and Virginia Tech basically run the table and get at least 8 games.
They're the Ducks, right?
No, that's the Beavers. Oregon Ducks.
Oregon State. The Ducks,
Oregon
right?
Snakes are the Beavers. Oregon are the Ducks.
Oh, wait, so Oregon State is...
Keep up with me. Keep up with me.
What?
The
Vaginas.
Yes. Oregon State is the Vaginas.
Boise State has a blue field, right?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Yep. Okay,
wow,
next question.
you really know nothing about freaking college football.
Yeah,
I just want to say one more thing is that the biggest game that's a surprise to everyone is Nevada, who's undefeated right now. And if they go undefeated until they see Boise State, that could be another great game for Boise State. So Boise State just has to root for Nevada to go undefeated. And then if Boise State goes undefeated, who knows? They might be in a championship game.
So is that a maybe they might drop in the polls?
They're going to drop in the polls regardless. But Nevada could bring them back up. And, of course, if the top teams lose, Boise State will go up too. So, they just got to pray.
I think they have no chance in hell of being in the championship game.
That's not true, though, dude.
If Alabama they don't play a tough enough schedule, they won't put a one-loss team.
They won't put a one-loss team ahead of an undefeated Boise State team. Not this year.
Why? They've done it in the past.
No, they haven't. When? Yeah, but Boise State was ranked like 20. No,
it doesn't matter what they were ranked. The fact was they went undefeated and they were not.
It's hard to bounce up the ladder when you're unranked. But this season they were ranked number 3 or number 4. So they have a legit chance of getting up. Alright, I hate you all.
Let's just okay. Like Alabama and are going to be.
No, if Alabama has one loss, I guarantee you they will not.
Alabama will be in the championship game with one loss. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
No, they won't.
If you have to remember though, Boise State plays like 2 or 3 tough games a season. Alabama is playing like 9 or 10.
Yeah, but people are tired about hearing about Boise State getting the shaft. They're going to give Boise State. It comes down to the coaches and the freaking AP. In the end, if they put Boise State over freaking Alabama, then they will get Boise State will go to the championship game.
That's fine, but it's not going to happen.
I guarantee it will happen. God damn it! I see your Twitter. I don't appreciate it.
We've got 2 more from Sean. This one, I don't know how to answer this because I haven't heard anything about this, but he wants to know what we think about the official military reports of over 70 UFO encounters at U.S. nuclear, did I just say nuclear like Bush? Nuclear, weapons facilities.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
What's the story behind that?
I just heard some guy said that their UFOs were scouting out our weapons facilities.
But like this year, over the last 50 years,
it's just in old reports. Let me see if I pull up the story. I don't know. I like UFOs.
I mean, I don't think too much of it. It could be the government testing shit out. It could be Russia trying to see something. I don't know, man. Could be aliens.
We're gonna act out Independence Day for real. Sweet. Will Smith is gonna save us all.
Could be Perfect Dark.
I love that scene where he's like dragging where he like, he's dragging the alien and he kicks it in the desert.
Does he like reach in and punch it or something?
Yeah,
like
he punches it because it wakes up.
Yeah,
it's so awesome. The movie's terrible.
Any more thoughts on that, guys? I don't know what to say about that.
Take me to your leader.
I like UFOs.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I got to say on that.
I used to believe in all that shit when I was little. I thought Roswell was like totally real, but I can't say I believe in that shit really anymore. His last question is he wants to know, am I the only person stoked for Gothic 4 and Two Worlds 2? I'll answer this first. I'm not stoked for either of them, but I like those types of games, so I'm interested to see how they turn out.
I'm not, too interested in Gothic 4, but I saw Two Worlds 2 at PAX East, behind closed doors, and it looked like it was going to be a ways away, so I'm not surprised it got delayed.
Yeah.
But it looked cool. Like they looked like they were doing a lot of cool things with it, improvements over the previous game. So, I'm kind of looking forward to that one.
I remember hearing like the first one like was really close to being good, except for all the bugs in it. So,
yeah, I think it was pretty much like unplayable when it came out. So.
Yeah, I feel like I heard from people who went back and played it after they had patched it. It was a lot better.
And you could get that now for like $6-7 at GameStop, probably cheaper on eBay. I mean, I don't know. I might give it a look one day during a drought.
Yeah,
I don't know. There are just so many other games
that's
coming out that I would rather play first. Like if they're good, if they get like good reviews in the press, I'll take a look. But otherwise, I'm not really sure that I'll take the jump on either of those.
I'd like to see something really good in that genre. You don't really see it that much anymore. I think that's it. I think that's all the questions. Chris just posted on Twitter, boring.
Yeah, that's why I said F him, because
that was
you know what? You might not like college football, mister, but in America, where we're from, America, I love it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
That's what we need in this podcast, is less of Fozzie singing.
Alright, so we had like 7 people give us questions. Tony, pick a number from 1 to 7.
Oh, what are we giving away?
2.
I don't know, I'm going to reach into my giant grab bag of prizes here and see what we give away. Alright, I pulled out a copy of Making History, The Calm in the Storm, which I got free at PAX East.
Dude, I love that game. Give it to me. Can I win?
No. Oh, you're on the show.
We always send games to people we like. God.
What was the number, Tony?
2.
2. Alright, so Graham, DM me or email me your address, and I will send you a copy of this game that you may or may not like. It's World War II strategy.
For who?
Graminator.
Yeah, I think he might like it. It's it's very, I don't know, like at first I didn't really mind it too much, but it gets addicting. It's a lot of micromanaging, but it's fun. So
yeah, I have this giant bag that I got at PAX, and I just have a bunch of shit in it to give away. I mean, it's not as fancy as the stuff the Teabag Boys give away, but then again,
they give away their 12 games.
And then again, we're not freaking Trucker Sean with that unlimited money tree.
Yeah, I'm not loaded like them, so.
Here, let me just give you an Xbox 360. Don't worry about it.
Jesus, yeah. So yeah, that about wraps it up. Back next week, talking about. I'll be talking about some Castlevania and Guitar Hero. I'm sure Jeff will have some more Dead Rising to talk about.
I'll be able to talk about either Castlevania or NBA Jam, which I might check out.
Cool. And so
the new Castlevania that's coming out for 360.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, that game looked awesome.
It has been reviewed by Game Trailers. They gave it like a 7.9. It looked pretty fun.
It looks very God of War-ish, but I actually really like the tone and everything for it. So I might rent it. But
yeah, the one trailer I saw was some of the combat was kind of God of War-ish, but then there was this huge boss battle that was very reminiscent of like Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's very interesting design choices. I'm interested to see how it turns out. So, yep, that'll be next week. So join us then. Otherwise, you got questions, comments, you want to call us assholes or whatever, it's perfectly sane at vagary.tv. Head over to vagary.tv, check out all the cool new articles and other podcasts that are up there. And follow us all on Twitter, which our Twitters will be in the show notes. And then, that's about it. So, thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
We're done?
Yes,
Aw.
we're done. Where's your cousin at so we can get an ending?
He's long gone. He's all sleeped out.
Alright, so, yep, that's it. Join us next
Later, fellas.
comes from Korea 9.
I need a 5-hour interview.
Oh, and see, now we're just getting the taunting ones. These aren't even questions. It's people talking shit to
just
us.
belligerent.
It says, so when are you pansy asses going to man up and face a perfectly sane show and some
Boom.
reach? Besides,
I would like
Fuzzy is
that
already a
office.
master of getting teabagged, and he could use some new balls on his face.
No, that's bullshit. You did not write that.